Okay, let's see the patch notes. Let's see the changes. I don't know if much changed. I think not much changed, right? Not a very big patch. Gwen nerf, Kalista nerf, Nafiri, Yorick, Ashe buff. I feel like ADC meta right now is incredibly stale. And I'm unsure why Riot is doing so little balance changes. In the last, like the ADC meta has been the same for the last, what, 5 patches? 6 patches? And I think it's the same for most other roles as well. Just the meta hasn't changed at all. What changed most for a lot of people is that FPS on new maps is absolute ass. Really? I saw Reptile saying it was better. Let's see the actual changes. I mean, the Spirit Blossom Rift, I want to hop into practice mode, but I think it looks better? I don't know if I like that much how blue it is. It's very blue. Let's see. Battle Pass rewards. Yeah, so it's the Iron. Bro, this Iron skin, man. How is this Iron skin real? Look at him! Look at him! What the fuck? What is the ADC meta, sir? I'd say, like, Tristana is still mega good. I mean, the competitive meta and the solo queue meta, I think, is a bit different. But also, what's the Ashe buff? I think maybe with Ashe buff, she should be really good again. Actually, there were some changes here with... the Corki is still solid. The Corki is always fucking good. Okay, Thornbound Otacon. Is that what it's called now? Oh, wait, this is the... Okay, let's see here. Otacon's been captured by the Black Rose, who are using him for some dark and mysterious purpose. On the new Spirit Blossom Rift, this means Otacon now has a singular new Thornbound form, in place of Season 1's Voracious and Ruinous, with a new reward for helping the spirits remove him from the rift. Hey, thank you very much, Lisabon, for 8 months. My favorite caster.
Lisabon 1. My favorite caster SPKTR Heart.
Thank you. So there's only one Otacon form now, and the Otacon form looks pretty crazy. So, Cleanse Bloody Petals, which grants 25% increased XP and adaptive force. Spiritual Purification. On takedown, bless the area around the target, slowing and damaging any other nearby enemies, as well as granting your team a Spirit Petal. I didn't see how this looks, but if this is anywhere near as obnoxious as like Hextech Soul, this will be super OP. I'm also curious, so like, you know how before, they say very little here, to be honest, because you guys know, if you played before, depending on which form of Otacon, the spells and how it would fight would be different, right? So which one, like, how is the fighting the Otacon now? Is it like a new Otacon, or is it like the Ruinous or Voracious? I don't know. Bounties. We're adjusting bounties this season to make them a more useful comeback mechanism. They are now more powerful for the losing team, can no longer hurt the losing team, and should more accurately reflect the game state. We're generally paying out more gold than before and cleaning up some rules for accuracy and fairness. Fights like Ruinous? Okay. To explain the shift in champion bounty suppression, currently in close games where one individual and each team is trying the hardest to carry, they can both get large bounties. The first one to claim the shutdown surges far into the lead, which feels unfair, especially if one of them is playing a higher risk champion like a diver or assassin. Now both of these champions will be worth the default kill gold until their team starts winning meaningfully. So even like if you're 6-0, but the game is equal, you still won't have a shutdown? That is very interesting. Objective bounties no longer pays up to 60% more gold based upon the calculated need. Now pays up to 10% of the gold difference on top of the base bounty, but capped at 1,000 gold total. Lesser objectives such as outer turrets that have a lower base bounty will also have lower payouts from the gold lead. Calculation adjusted objective bounty calculation for accuracy. Gold leads are more important. Other objectives are less important. I mean, sounds good to me. Suppression. So with 6 minutes in the game, tool champion bounty suppression is active. No longer suppresses bounties when a team is moderately behind. Okay. Base kill gold now scales up by 10 gold per level from 7 to 18. Maximum 420G. Wait. Kills give more gold after level 7 now? Positive bounty increase for kills and assists have increased by 70%. Positive bounty increase for farming has been increased by 40%. Positive bounty. Okay, so you get a bounty easier, from what I'm reading here. Right? I mean, I think this is interesting, actually. giving more kill gold later on, I guess it's not a bad idea. It's just that kills have been 300 gold since the beginning of time. So it feels weird in my head to change it, but I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. And I think overall the bounty changes are reasonable. We're making a few changes to the pre-Baron epic monsters in the Void Pit. To alleviate how demanding objectives are during early mid-game, the biggest change, we removed one of the Void Grub encounters. Rewards and spawn timers have been adjusting accordingly. In addition, we've done some quality of life work on the objectives and the rewards. Hopefully the result is better pacing and less mental overhead from the Void epics in your Summoner Shift games. So they're changing Void Grubs. It now only spawns once at 8 minutes. And it gives you the 4 grub buff when you kill 3 rather than 4. And it gives feats credit to whichever team took 2 out of 3 grubs rather than requiring 3 out of 3. Dot from Touch the Void now deals more damage at stacks 2 and 3. I don't know why they're not putting the numbers here. Oh, Death Wish. My day's going good. I went to gym, chillaxed a little, made some food. And here we are, back at it. Rift Herald Encounter. Now spawns at 15 minutes. Encounter damage should be less avoidable, but the encounter should go faster. Removed Herald's Gaze, single target damage debuff. So actually not a lot of people knew this, but you know how when you hit Nash, if you tank an Nash, you do 50% less damage to it? The Herald had the same thing, which was kind of random, and not a lot of people knew about it. So you took the Herald way slower if you were soloing it. But now they're removing that, so you can actually solo the Herald again, which I think is a good change. Target current HP bonus damage 4% to 20%. I don't know what this means. Swipe attack 80 ratio 3.0 to 1.25. Okay. Fixed on champion attacks, reducing the eyeball cooldown. Wow. Making QL changes to increase value consistency. Base turret charge damage increase, but turret charge damage. Wait, what? Summoned pet. Oh, wait, this is the Herald summoned. Okay. It does more damage to turrets, but it does less damage per tower it hits. Okay. Driving turn speed should be smoother and more responsible, especially early in the driving sequence. When driving, if you crash near an enemy turret without hitting it, the Rift Herald will attempt to perform the non-driven turret charge attack if able. Okay. Position binding and role swapping. We'll make some small but important changes to the jungle and support roles. Jungle will be now auto-assigned smite, and only one smite will be allowed per team. In a similar vein, support will is now automatically given World Atlas as their starting item. This is pretty big. Kill Bardinet. They killed Bardinet. I don't mind it that much. I don't think it really is like. I don't think they had to do it, but I also don't mind it. I don't think it does anything. You know what I mean? Like if someone wants to grief, they can already grief. Regardless of what you do. So for me, it's whatever. Not related to the latest changes. What's your opinion on current Smolder ADC? I think it's trash. I tried it. That was a few days ago, but he didn't get changed this patch, no? I just feel like it's so weak. So little damage. I mean, if you cheese some kills early, you can carry for sure, but especially in high reloads when people just win laning against Smolder, this champ is so bad. Make some small improvements to the death screen to make the league load moments slightly less miserable. We've added a tiny bit of color in a spectate UI to click around and see what's going on around the map. Ooh, that's cool. Killstreak SFX. The Killstreak SFX doesn't last demo, still needs a bit of time in the oven. Okay. Oh yeah, griefing detection upgrades. I saw stuff about this. We will detect an action on more subtle behaviors that aren't just running down mid lane and dying 20 times. I mean, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. And season 2. Okay, now to the actual changes. Annie getting Q damage increased, W mana cost decreased, R magic pen increased. I saw Annie was like crazy low win rate, so to me that makes sense. Yeah. What was Annie's win rate? It was pretty bad, I think. Oh, but now it's very high. Holy shit. It was 49%, but now it's crazy high. It's not that crazy. I mean, it's pretty high. Ashe, so Ashe got a buff. How big was the Ashe buff? It's 5% more attack speed, max rank Q. No, 5% more 80 ratio, max rank Q, and 10% more attack speed, max rank. So in a scaling Ashe buff. Pretty decent scaling buff to her. Let's see how our win rate changed though. I don't think her win rate should change that much. I don't know, barely any. But her pick rate doubled. Holy shit. People see Ashe buff and they want to play her. Or maybe it's the new skin as well. Gwen getting some nerfs, deserved. Cassante getting a little buff. Monka. He's actually getting a lot of damage on his W. 45 damage, max rank. Kalista getting another nerf. I feel bad for Kalista. Kalista's just dead in solo queue. Kalista's for sure just dead in solo queue. Like, her winner in solo queue, look at her, bro. Jesus Christ, she is bad in solo queue. Holy fuck. 46% win rate. No reason to play this champion right now. Literally no reason. They need to change her ulti. So I've been talking about this so much when it comes to Kalista. If you want Kalista to be decent in solo queue and not be a pro play menace, rework the W, rework the ultimate, and make her E have a monster cap. Because this is just horrendous, bro. 46%? Are you kidding me? Smolder's higher than that. Let's see Smolder. He's probably chilling with him. Yeah, Smolder's higher. Only thing that's worse is Senna ADC. And Senna ADC is practically a troll pick, considering Riot forced her to be a support. Put Masters or Diamond Plus? Sure, brother. It's still gonna be horrendous, I'm afraid. 46% even in Masters Plus. And that's with like nearly 52% average. This champion just doesn't win a solo queue, I'm afraid. This champion just doesn't win a solo queue. It's a shame. Same. So yeah, if you're a Kalista player, 07. Go play Draven. Kind of similar champs. Both lane bullies, and you gotta click a lot. And they're like high skill. Okay, Leona buff. We all love Leona. I think this buff is kind of like... This is like a good buff, I feel like, because I don't think it's a huge power change, but it just makes sense. Like, why is her passive only 1.5 seconds? It's so short, you know? Should be 2.5. Makes sense. Her mana cost should be low. Fair. I like it. I like these types of buffs. Just makes her a bit more modern, I'd say. Like, supports with high mana costs and supports with, like, low lasting passives. Kind of random. Hello, Blank Thomas. I'm doing good. Hola, no reason except you still somehow enjoy playing it. I mean, that's true. But it's hard to enjoy playing a champ when you can't win. Morgana's falling behind in power. Okay, so Morgana E shield goes up. How much? 20? 20 per rank? I mean, that's not bad. And her ult damage goes up by 25. And her ult movement speed. Okay. Probably doesn't matter, but... nice for her, I suppose. Nefiri nerf. I like it. Way longer cooldown on the W. Fair. Q mana cost reduced for Orianna. $35 ranks. Ooh. Okay. Rengar recommended items updated. Whatever. Shen, pretty big buff here. His Q now does 1% more max HP at all ranks. Pretty big buff for him. Pretty big laning buff. Yorick does less damage to monsters. Fair enough. Okay. That's a big one. Swifty's nerf. The only ADC I was really going Swifties on was Jhin and Aphelios. Probably will still go it on both. I'm not sure. Let's hop into Q here. Let's see. And then this is a big one. Symbiotic Souls. Bao's playstyle is dead. Actually, I want to hop into practice tool first and look at the new map. Yeah. Sounds good. Symbiotic Souls is dead. You don't get the empowered recall until it's upgraded. So you can't do the cheese strat of just like pushing away of basing, pushing away of basing, pushing away of basing, pushing away of basing, you know, back to back. So I wasn't doing this, but I saw like, I remember Saber gassing this up, saying that everybody should do it. I don't know if he was still doing it, but I think it's dead now. Word of Ages nerf, just 50 HP on 5 AP. Fair, it was pretty OP item. And then they're also buffing the tier 3 boots upgrades. I don't know if there's any mathematicians in chat. Is it now worth to always buy the boots upgrades since they're now all 250 gold less? I would assume so, right? 500 gold is not a lot.
Jackspektra 20.
Like 500 gold is pretty cheap. And Swift March. The Swift March one is very interesting. Now grants adaptive force equal to 5% of total move speed. We have to try this on Jhin.
Hello, Jack.
We have to try this on Jhin for sure. For sure.
Jackspektra.
Thank you very much, 27 FSU for the 4 months. Thank you, Ray, for the 35.
Hello?
Holy.
Shine bright on the EU sky, my friend.
Like, imagine this on Jhin. I get so much move speed, it gives me AD, and with more AD, I have more movement speed. It's infinite hack.
Jeff Bezos.
That's true. Prime is free and stops ads. Wow, thank you, Bezos. So we gotta try Swift March on Jhin for sure. For sure. And then Ignite gets a lot more damage later on in the game. It's like Hecarim passive? Yeah. So I could see this on Jhin. I don't know if anybody other than Jhin. Maybe Draven with W? You press W and you get 80? I don't know. Ignite now scales better. I think Ignite should be played a lot more in solo queue than TP. But in competitive, TP will still be king. Biscuits are now, I think, mega nerfed, right? It's instead of being missing health, it's 20 plus 2% maximum health increased up to 100% based on use of missing health. This maxed out as 70% missing health. So what it used to be is in competitive, everybody would sit on biscuits until they fight, and then they would use it in the middle of a fight. I advocated for this very, very early on, that this was super OP. And it became meta in competitive, so they're nerfing it. I don't know how much it heals now if you're like 1% HP compared to before, but what people do is just sit on it, use it when they're getting dove or when they're fighting, and it was pretty OP. Unflinching, 10 at all levels. Actually, unflinching against Ashe now should be pretty damn good. You get 10 MR and armor level 1. That's pretty insane, no? Holy shit.